in your career you've obviously had massive highs, but anybody who reaches a certain amount of success, there's highs and there's lows. With them highs and lows, you can feel like you're on top of the world at one point. Can you think of a time where you felt really low? And there's going to be a lot of people out there who do feel low, maybe in just their day-to-day life. How do you combat that? How do you kind of deal with that?
Going back to that fight I won about against Danawat, about when the first time when he absolutely smashed me to pieces, that was the first time I'd ever been stopped. It was something I'd never experienced before. It was something I didn't think possible at the time because I thought I was bulletproof. And I don't think I'd ever really been hurt too bad in a fight before that fight, let alone get stopped. So obviously to come back from something like that, it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of mental strength, a lot of mental fortitude, and you do have to do a bit of soul searching and you have to question yourself, but it all comes down to, is the juice worth the squeeze and is it worth putting everything else back in, or are you just going to quit and just let that be like that? So that fight probably. A few times I've had a few pretty bad injuries. I've broke my hand and I had to get it plated up and I've had to pull out of fights for it, and I actually got stripped of my WBC world title, which is probably one of the best world titles to hold. So that was tough coming back from that. But from that, I've now got a chance, I think early next year, to fight for the WBC title again. So I could have again just stopped and felt sorry for myself then, but I ain't. I've combated through, I've gone through it. Also, when my knee injury or a bad one, like I could have just sat around like getting fat and being lazy. I still found a way to train and to keep my weight down and to look after myself. I had knee surgery in February and I fought again 3 months later. The doctor even told me, he said, don't train for 3 months, and I had a fight after 3 months. It all comes down to that, and that's the most powerful weapon you've got. And my whole camp was building my knee up, and then I fought and won championship, the biggest fight organisation in the world, and I won fight at night. So that's down to that. It's how bad do you want it, and how much can you let that control you or not control you?
The kind of highs and lows that you have, has there been any point in time where them kind of lows have affected you, like mentally? Hasn't it affected your life, your day-to-day?
A little bit, yeah. Like I said about my knee then, I was sat around at first getting a bit depressed. I was putting a bit of weight on and stuff like that, and I couldn't do anything. I'm used to being in the gym twice a day, teaching, seminars, everything. What happened was my meniscus tore, and the bit that tore off got stuck in my knee joint. So my leg locked and I couldn't move it at all. And then I went to the hospital and I was getting referred all over the place, and it taking a long time, but my knee was just locked, and I was like, when I get in the shower, I'd take my trousers off and I'm watching my leg muscle just waste away because I couldn't use it at all. And that was starting to play on my mind a little bit, and eventually I just woke up one day, I went to my doctor who was private, I said, I'll pay whatever to just fix this leg now. So then within that, I had an MRI next day and I was in surgery 3 days later. So I was lucky really that I just got off my arse and went and did something about it, because if I'd have left it to NHS, they'd have just like, I'd have still waiting for my operation now, do you know what I mean? But yeah, that was getting me down quite badly, but like I say, I got up and I went and did something about it myself. I didn't want to just wait for and have my destiny in someone else's hands. I wanted to take control and go from there.